You wanted what now?
No, when you retired, what year did you retire from your playing?
I retired in '93. My daughter was real sick. I probably could have played a few more years, and my next to youngest daughter, Natasha, got sick. She was actually premature, and that's kind of what made me go to retirement. You know, and then '94, I thought about playing. I was offered a job, but it was during the strike year. I wasn't going to cross the picket line. I wasn't going to do that to fellow teammates that I'd played with before. So I just kind of basically hung it up. I took a few years off after that, and then in '97, I started managing again. I managed a team in upstate New York, the Catskill Cougars, for like the last 25 games of the season. And it might have been the worst team I ever managed, but I gave it a shot. But I realized that that's what I really wanted to do. You know, people in baseball had told me that they felt that I'd make a good manager someday, and you know, once I did it, I was excited about doing it. You know, I stayed in independent ball. I had a team close to my hometown in Bend. We missed the playoffs by one game. I won a championship in '99 with Tri-Cities, and in 2000 I was in Tri-Cities, and I ended up quitting. That was their last year, and there was a lot of things that was going on in independent baseball at the time, and I didn't want to be a part of that stuff. That's when I sent my resume out, and then the White Sox hired me, and I was with the White Sox for 3 years, '01, '02, and '03. Interviewed for the big league job in Chicago. I was a double A manager in Birmingham at the time. Interviewed for the big league job in Chicago, didn't get it, and then they didn't want me back. I never figured that out. So I ended up going to winter ball and managing a team in Puerto Rico, Santurce. We went to the playoffs, didn't make the Caribbean World Series, but took a bad team from the year before and made them a good team. And then signed with the Diamondbacks and managed their high A team in Lancaster, and again went to the championship series and lost 3-2 in the final game. But and then I was hired as a manager for the Diamondbacks, you know, after the interviews. So it wasn't like I was being hired. I felt that I was being promoted. I was already with the organization. So, you know, and then everything's said and it was done. You know, I mean, I was crucified in the media. It wasn't right. It wasn't fair. I've always had a great rapport with the media. I still talk to a lot of the people in New York that are media guys that I have the utmost respect for, and it was an unfortunate situation. I'm hoping that baseball understands that and overcomes that and puts me back where I belong, where I feel I belong, and where a lot of baseball people feel that I belong. So, you know, the hardest thing to do is to get to the right person, I think, in an organization, because a lot of people that are involved in organizations that are high up are really not the decision makers. So it's important to get to the person that it really is the decision maker, and hopefully it's a baseball person, and things will change.